Hello everyone, Sableye here and welcome back to the channel. Today I am joined by Marcus Dion, who managed to get 17th place at last weekend's Knoxville Regional Championships. So Marcus, please introduce yourself.
Hey, I am Marcus, also known as Striider. I've been playing VGC for a bit, like 3 years now, because it's just kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah.
I'm a Canadian player, good friend of Ryan's, and yeah, I went to Knoxville with about, like, I'd say 3 hours of prep time with this team, and then managed to somehow get top 32. So here we are.
Hey, sometimes though, all you need is to have that gut feeling with a team, and maybe
Yeah,
something
man.
that maybe you're familiar playing with, and it works, right?
sure.
So everybody on the screen can see the team right now. Do you want to kind of talk about how you got to this point real quick?
Yeah, so how I got to this point is I was playing a ladder game, and I ran into somebody who had Glamora, Dondozo, Tatsugiri. I beat them, but they opened their team sheets, and I thought the idea was kind of cool. And I was like, okay, I'll cop this, and I'll just I'll mess around with it for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And I ended up just kind of leading Glamora every single game. And I thought, would it be kind of funny if I just put like Mortal Spin on this? And for everybody who doesn't know, Mortal Spin is a base 30 power poison type move that hits both of your opponents, and also 100% of the time it poisons them. And that works in conjunction with Dondozo and Tatsugiri, because once you poison your opponent, they're on a clock, and you could switch into Dondozo Tatsugiri and start stalling them out. And the poison also allows certain Pokemon to get in range of a kill when they otherwise would not be. So it's super, super powerful alongside Dondozo Tatsugiri, which is already a super powerful archetype inside of itself. So yeah, that's kind of how I got to this point, and it's just a super, super solid team.
Yeah, it looks really fun to play as well. Like I think the whole synergy with Glamora is really smart actually. It's like you said, right? You start chipping everything out, and like when I build calcs for Dondozo, I'm like, okay, this wave crash is gonna do 90 to 99% to me, but if I get a tick of poison, I'm dead.
It's all over, right?
Yeah,
Like, it's just
the
like
entire calc
you're
is just
taking...
gone. Yeah.
Exactly. And the other thing is, like, Dondozo Tatsugiri is infamous for its mirrors being a pain to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And with Glamora, you are either setting up toxic spikes, which affects the Dondozo on switch-in, which, even if it's leftovers or anything like that, means that you win the mirror because poison outpaces leftovers. Or if they decide to lead Dondozo, which they're effectively forced to, you can click Mortal Spin in their face. I found myself really, like, a lot of the time I led Glamora Arcanine, and if they were Terra Steel, they had to commit to clicking Terra Steel turn 1, and I kind of just got to go for the play of Mortal Spin and Flare Blitz into the Dondozo. It actually won me a game. No, it didn't win me a game, but it got me close to winning a game against a top 8 player in this tournament who was running Dondozo Tatsugiri, because they committed to Terra Steel, and the Flare Blitz actually got the Oko onto the Dondozo.
Nice.
Because my Arcanine is max attack. So it's super strong into the mirror, and just super strong into everything else. Glamora was definitely the MVP of this tournament.
For sure. I don't know. I've always wanted to make Glamora work, so I'm happy someone was actually able to do it.
Yeah, it's funny. And I mean, like, this is probably the most annoying way to make it work, but I found it really fun to play, and it was actually a team that I found myself really enjoying to pilot, because it took a lot of my brain power and skill to do so.
For sure. I don't know. The way I see Dondozo, it's like almost like how people see like Colossal or Xerneas, And it's just that position-based game, finding the right time to pivot it in. And it just feels really, really nice. It just kind of sucks when you have to play like Dondozo versus Dondozo stuff, right? It gets pretty boring out that way, but definitely outside of that, I do enjoy the position-based aspect of Dondozo. So what do you think? Should we play some games?
Let's do it.
All right, so we're here into the first battle. We've got Dondozo Mirror.
Okay. It's a lot trickier with closed team sheets, because we don't actually know what they're going to be running. But you lead Glamora.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else? Okay, so lead Glamora Talonflame.
Okay.
And then Dondozo Tatsugiri in the back.
Okay, sounds good. I'm going to let you pilot this first game, just kind of because you have the experience with the team, and then maybe I'll try game 2 and make you yell at me when I make bad plays.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm thinking like this is annoying because I think okay, this should be fine.
I think it's only annoying because we can't figure out a game plan immediately because we don't see the sheet, right?
Well, this team's really powerful in open sheets because you know exactly what shuts down Mortal Spin. So.
And then you know exactly what they're gonna want to do to stop it, and then you just make the reactive play to that.
For sure. Oh, this is perfectly fine. Okay, so we are going to you're gonna Mortal Spin and Tailwind.
Okay, works for me. At this point, I'm not even gonna question anything. You know, you're coming off the 17th place. I'm just gonna chill and listen. Yo, watch us poison Dondozo turn 1.
If it's Dondozo, we win.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They didn't bring Dozo. Don't we still just win?
This is super okay. Yeah, this is so fine.
Now, would you recommend Terra Grass next turn?
Yes.
Probably yes. Okay. I was gonna say probably not, but never mind.
So little thing about Michael Mora. It's 252 HP, 172 defense.
Okay.
The Talonflame's Brave Bird's doing nothing, and if they double into the Glamora, even if it kills, we just get 2 layers of spikes off. So Terra Grass, Power Gem the Talonflame, and then just Brave Bird.
I guess just Brave Bird for the chip into. I could actually Brave Bird the Talonflame to stop priority from going up though. Like that, they shut down their Tailwind entirely.
I like that. I like that as well.
Up to you.
Let's go for that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's try that because my thought. Just click the button. My thought process is I'm not too concerned about their Tailwind going up. I'm concerned more so about removing their pieces earlier. But with Great Tusk, we just outspeed it anyways with Dondozo, so I don't really care. And I like this for the fact that they could Brave Bird into this mob. Yeah, so I don't hate this play.
It just feels a little bit safer in my opinion, right? Because now we're faster since they protected turn 1, and it's just gone. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but
it doesn't matter. It depends on what the Great Tusk goes for. But I think that there is no wrong play in this situation because whether you get the kill, yeah, that's a good play. Now we get spikes up, and they're in a super bad position. Yeah,
there's not much they can do here. I mean, granted, we're maybe actually. I wonder if close combat plus that Brave Bird would have killed it. Would have killed Glim. Does it matter though? It might have, but I don't think it mattered.
Yeah.
What is this?
Guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Super good.
And it's poison. I love Glamora.
Now we don't care what happens. We sludge bomb the Flutter Main, and then we Brave Bird the guy.
The guy.
I don't care. The guy.
Great Tusk is he's just a dude.
He's just a dude. We don't care what goes down. We don't care what dies. We win. Now,
I don't see how we lose, but
they don't have a way to beat Dondozo. No.
What was their other mod? I don't even remember.
They could be like Perish Song Fluttermane, but I'm expecting something more like Specs, to be honest with you.
Even if it is Perish Song Flutter, I mean, we're still putting up massive damage onto it before it can do anything, and I don't think it can outpace that.
Depends on whether a Terra steals here or not. If a Terra steals here, this is annoying, but it didn't. What is this? Oh, that's fine. That's perfectly okay. He's not dying to Brave Bird. That's the thought process, but I don't really care.
Like I get it, but does it really matter?
Yeah, this is fine.
So they're gonna take Glamora then, I would presume, but
yep,
that actually did damage. Talonflame, calm down.
The Talonflame's a funny little guy.
Yeah, but like Amoongus has a higher attack stat. That's like the age-old joke in the community, you know. Just Amoongus has a higher attack stat than Talonflame, and it's like, okay.
That's dying, poison, and also not doing anything to Dondozo. So it's entirely safe to switch into Tatsugiri. So you're going Dondozo here, and then you're switching Talonflame into Tatsugiri and wave crashing the Flutter Mane.
Okay.
If they do something funny with Parasong, we have Talonflame in the back to clean up, and it's also they're taking too many turns of poison.
So Dozo first, right?
Yeah, Dozo first, switch into Giri, and then
get the attack off that way.
Yeah.
Would you? I mean, it's probably not safe, but would you ever recommend just going straight into Tatsu there, like instead of bringing the Dozo on the field and just going like Brave Bird Muddy Water?
No, because if you miss Muddy Water, you're screwed.
Fair.
So I just Wave Crash the Flutter Mane and switch into Tatsugiri. This is super safe too because the problem with switching in Tatsugiri in that position is, yes, you gain technically more offensive pressure, but in the same way, you're also losing something way quicker and also losing the ability to enable Dondozo. So it's like, we don't care what their Great Tusk does here. They could Headlong Rush and do some damage, but I'm killing their Flutter Mane and then protecting next turn.
That's fair.
So it really doesn't matter. Yep, they go for the double protect. They didn't get it.
And that's game.
So we're gonna get this Wave Crash off, kill the Flutter Mane. Whatever they have in the back will not be able to deal with this.
I don't think they had anything unless they have something we forgot about. But even so, we still have a Talonflame and a Tatsugiri at that point.
And a Tatsugiri with Scarf. It's super tricky for them if they can get it off. And honestly, what we do now, and this is the power of Glamora, because that did some damage, right? And you would be afraid of that happening again. However, we have a button called Protect.
Yep.
And there's no reason not to click it.
Yeah, and we don't need to attack here. They're both gonna take some poison chip. We get some health back as well.
Poison chip, and it's just like we're just in such a fantastic position that it's, yeah. The other thing that was nice there is the fact that the Tailwind was still up with Donzo's ones on the field. Yeah, this guy comes in.
Yeah.
We don't really care.
No, not at all. No boost. Oh no, there's a booster. I was gonna say no booster.
It's booster.
It's booster.
We don't mind at all. We're going to
Protect.
Prot,
right?
And then we're going to order up. Yeah, it's Prot, order up, protect. Or yeah.
I got you. But like, it's just one of those things where it's like, I like Dondozo how many different options you get, and with the poison, it just makes it seem like it's not relying on Dondozo to do all the damage anymore. So I kind of like that a lot.
Right. Because you're not in a position where it's like you have to now deal with two Pokemon in the field all the time. If you're chipping something, then something on the other side of the field is going down, and you can bring it down to a 1v1. That's it's super strong.
Yeah, I really like the team so far. I mean, I've only really played one game with it, but like it feels good, you know.
And you even saw how strong the Mortal Spin was in the very first turn, because that poison mattered so much under the Great Tusk, where it was just like, yes, the Toxic Spikes went up and that helped against the Flutter Mane, but that's not all Glamora did. It did its job super. Ooh.
Does that
I don't
really matter? He's poisoned.
We should be fine.
See, if he wasn't poisoned, I'd be a little more concerned. But with the poison on them, I mean, I think we're pretty safe because we just...
The thing is, he's locking us into a move where we're just going to get to stall out his poison anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, sure, buddy.
Like,
sure, little bro.
Exactly. If they weren't poisoned, like literally toxic right now, I would be a little more concerned. But given the fact that they're literally losing health every single second as we speak right now, they actually almost helped us, really.
And by the time that they've killed the Dondozo, if they even get to that point, which
I would doubt it at this point. There's no way.
If they get to that point, though, we have Talonflame with Brave Bird, which we'll pick at the point, and we also have my favorite move in existence, which is Tatsugiri having Dragon Pulse, which means that we don't have to rely on an inaccurate move to secure this game.
It's a very nice finish, especially with the late game Tatsugiri, which seems to be common with these Dondozo teams, right? You just end up with a Tatsugiri and you're like, do I risk a miss? But with Dragon Pulse, you don't need to. I really like that.
Yep.
I remember on, I think it was Thursday or Friday, I messaged you saying good luck, and you were like, I'm going to use Dondozo this weekend, and I said, I take my good luck back.
No, listen. I needed that luck, bro. You took it from me. Man, there's some points in this tournament where I was really not having a good time with luck, but it's fine. It's so good. This team was funny, so it's worth it.
For sure. Of course, if anybody is interested in Marcus's full team report, it will be up on his channel and linked somewhere over there on YouTube right now. You definitely go check that out. With that, I say we jump into another set of games, or set of games. You can jump into one more game.
Paste will also be in the description of this video and my video, so if you want to go more in depth with the team, definitely hop over to my channel. I go all in on what every single spread, every single. I mean, my Talonflame's Terra Grass. That has to mean something, right? So if that's what you want to do. Oh, hello. Okay.
This looks interesting. Glamora. I want to go Glamora, but like I just feel like Psy Spam says no.
You can go Glamora.
Okay, Glamora it is. Like Glamora Arcanine?
Arcanine. It's Glamora Arcanine. And then it's Dondozo Tatsugiri.
Okay. When in doubt, Dozo out.
That's how you play this line.
Works for me.
By the way, this might be an auto loss if their weakness policy Armor Rouge. But if they're not.
But sometimes you just don't. You gotta gamble. It's on ladder anyways, right? So.
It's fine. Yeah. The only Indeedee Armor Rouge I played ult. Well, that might not be true. I forget. But the Indeedee Armor Rouge. I played the guy that got second, Aaron Clemens, in the first round of Day 2 Swiss, and I destroyed him in 2 games because he had Life Orb Armor Rouge. And I was just like, okay, Snarl.
When in doubt, Snarl. Yep. Yeah. What I like about Dondozo too, right, is because like you can always just chip things down, and with the Glamora doing that, sometimes the Arcanine doing that, even Palmot bringing your Dondozo back after you chip stuff down, there's a lot of potential for that.
This is so fine. Oh no, we give you Defiant. I'm terrified.
You think they're Scarf? I'm willing to almost bet they're gonna go Scarf, Final Gambit, kill something, and try to get Trick Room up.
This is ladder, so I wouldn't be too surprised. But I also don't care if they Final Gambit my Glamora. That's better. So Mortal Spin.
Yep.
And then Flare Blitz the Indeedee.
Flare Blitz? Okay.
Yeah.
So
if they switch into Armor Rouge, I don't care.
Okay, so what's the concept of Flare Blitzing the DD here rather than just like kind of snarl it down for future?
You're doing like 50%.
Just more damage?
Yeah, max attack Arcanine goes crazy. It's okay.
Sure.
Alright. That's fine.
It's definitely Scarf, by the way.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, like look at how much that did. It's just Arcanine just does things, and it does them really well. Okay, super good.
Double poison is very nice here. I don't know. I just think the double poison here, it just feels nice, you know? Like,
You're getting what you need off, and Dondozo's just gonna like get you perfect. Oh, buddy. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I know what he's doing.
Like, I get what he's trying for, but like, I wonder if he's Clear Smog Torkoal.
Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can you self E-speed the Glamora?
Oh, to get the spikes up? Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
I like that.
And then Power Gem the Annihilate, I think.
Does
well. Maybe just EP. I don't know. Actually, just kill the Indeedee. Sludge Bomb the Indeedee.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Sludge Bomb the Indeedee, self E-speed. Sorry, I know you wanted to play this, but I'm gonna let you do it.
No, you're all good.
Hey, this is fire.
We're clicking self extreme speed on the YouTube.com. This is where it's at.
So I did this like 3 times in this tournament. Yep. And now if they go after Glamora, we're getting more spikes off.
Yeah, we'll get the double spikes, so they'll be toxic rather than just.
Yeah.
And they have to close combat here. There's no doubt there.
Yeah, and they might not even. Okay, the crit might have mattered there.
No, there's no way. They're boosted. They're +1, right?
I know they're boosted, but I'm also 252, 172.
Okay, fair enough.
Glamora takes things. Trust me, man. With experience with Glamora this weekend, Glamora takes so much random jank.
I'll show the calc on screen afterwards. Okay. Obviously, Dozo Tatsu.
Yeah. We get Yi and Ha on the field.
You really committed to the Nashville, the Texas, the Tennessee
Yes,
stuff, eh?
I did. Yes, I did.
Alright, so they go Armorous here.
Oh, buddy.
I think we're fine. I don't know how this actually works, but
Okay. So, it's a nice poison you got on your little Armor Rouge guy there.
mm-hmm.
Can you check how many turns of Trick Room does left?
3. But I will double check anyways. But it's 3.
Now, what do you think we're gonna do here?
Well, I think you're gonna come up with some crazy thing that's gonna be wild. But I would either kill Armor Rouge or say I would rather kill the. Oh, I don't think there's a need to kill the ape, so you probably just go after Rouge, right? Or protect.
Protect is correct.
Okay. Or just protect. Yeah, they're talking about. Yeah, they got 3 turns left, right? You protect, and they only have to take 1 attack, and then you get out of room.
Mm-hmm.
Protect, do something, protect again, get out of room, and then probably just win, I think.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Also, another benefit to protecting here is we're baiting this.
And now we get to see, we get to
really
see exactly
nice.
what we want to know.
Yep.
That'll be grass unless it's something
That'll
crazy.
be Grass Terra, and then we're gonna order up into that next turn because we don't care about Annihilate.
Who cares about an island?
We don't, because it's literally, it's like attack boost is doing what to us? Exactly, nothing.
Yeah,
That's
nothing.
the point. So this is likely just gonna be like expanding 4cc.
And it's gonna be close combat because I still believe it's scarfed.
It's nerfed. It has to be.
There's no other way. Why else would it run close combat, right? Like.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't attempted a switch out to try and reset a final Gambit move.
That's what I was thinking as well, which makes me think that their back might not be as good as well, even with Final Gambit, it's not that threatening because of poison, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna order up the Armor Rouge, and then you're gonna protect again next turn.
Yeah.
If all goes well, you're just gonna get Tatsugiri into an endgame here where it's gonna win.
Yeah, we might even not die. Dozo honestly might just sweep it. I don't think that does that much. Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
And then we get poison chip damage, and then we're faster at coming outside of Tailwind. We're good. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that did nothing. We're super upset.
All right, so starting to see why this. I wanted to feature Palmot. This is kind of sad.
It's so good when it comes, but it doesn't. The rain matchup, man. So you in the Amoonguss Palafin matchup, and in the rain matchup too. Well, in the rain matchup, you bring Dozogiri, but you lead Glamora Palmot instead of anything else. But into like Luca Paz had Amoonguss Palafin balance. I just didn't bring Dozo. I didn't bring Dozo or Talonflame. I brought like Glamora, Arcanine, Palmot, and Tatsu. Oh, buddy. Oh, a little bro.
Poor Torkoal.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough.
Yep.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, we don't need to feature Palmot. It's fine. It's one of those mods that I feel like does a lot of work when it comes, but it's also one of those. This is one of those teams where, like, in best of one, you kind of have your game plan, you know, and like I feel like the Palmot is more of like an adjustment mod more so than a game plan mod in a lot of matchups. Obviously, it has its matchups where it comes, but just more of a. This didn't work for me. Let's see if I can bring the Palmot now, sort of thing.
Okay, so we're going to order up Armor Rouge because if it protects, then it's just gonna die.
Yep.
And then the Torkoal's taking too much chip for it to deal with Tatsugiri in the back.
Yeah, we're gaming.
I would not be surprised to see like an Eruption Protect come out here, but I don't mind that option because then we just protect the next turn. Yeah, this is
no
fine.
protect. Armor Rouge goes down. The only thing I'm concerned about is if we somehow lose a piece. Like if we
I don't think we're gonna lose.
I don't think so either, unless something dumb happens here. Like I guess crit Solar Beam is how we lose a piece. Yeah.
Burn would be annoying, I guess, but
annoying, but not the end of the world because at the end of the day, I think we still just protect, right?
We're just gonna protect this turn, and then we're just going to gun for the Annihilate because we know it can't protect, right?
Gripping
so
gameplay, right? Gripping gameplay.
Exactly. Hey, look, it may be boring, but it works.
No,
So...
that's exactly it though, right? Like, and this is why Dozo gets a bad rep, right? But like,
just because we're playing slow and playing by technicality boring, doesn't mean that we're playing incorrectly or less skillfully, right? That's the thing about Dozo.
That's exactly it. There's the final gambit. And by the way, we did self-e-speed our own Glamora with an Arcanine, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
We're not playing boring by any means. We tried to be spicy.
Yeah, so after the poison here, there is no shot in hell that they actually they can't OHKO with Final Gambit.
No,
right?
they can't. No.
And locked into it, so we're literally just gonna wave crash the Torkoal.
Yeah, I agree.
And
That should be game.
It's game. They can't survive the plus like 4 wave crash.
I mean, they're in the sun. I feel like if anything could take it, like if any fire type could take a wave crash in the sun, I feel like it would be Torkoal. But even if they do, they're gonna take way too much, and Dragon Pulse will finish. So.
Yep. They're not gonna take this.
No, not a chance. Not a chance. Poor Torkoal.
Poor guy's gone. Well, he's gone, bro.
Just like that, it was too much for him.
Mm-hmm.
He called it a day, and then this Tattoo Gear just randomly appears again. Those is like, I don't need you anymore. Well, is that like the Toy Story meme that I don't want to play with you anymore? I think.
Literally.
Yeah.
I agree, bro. He's done with him. He's like, you did your job. You wave crashed that Torkoal. It's all good.
Yeah, for
see
sure.
you later.
But I think that's gonna just about do it. Marcus, thank you so much for agreeing to come on the channel, run some games, talk about your team. Really do
Thank you
appreciate
so much for
that.
having me. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Thank you.
why wouldn't I have you?
Bro, it's gonna be solid. We're heading to the regionals, the rest of the regionals this year.
For sure. What else?
You and I are both going to Vancouver and all the other North American stuff. So yeah. When you see Ryan's name on the top 8, don't be surprised.
I will not be on the top 8. I'll be on the top 1. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
But once again, guys, if you do want to check out Marcus's full team report, it will be in the description down below, along with the paste of the team. With that, though, I think it's about time I stop rambling. We're going to get on out of here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all in a future video.